Okay, Mary, you are applying for the 9th Judicial District Court Judge. Why?
Why? Well, there's several reasons, of course. I think every attorney aspires to be a judge, but I've been an attorney for 20 years. I have a litigation practice, so I've been in and out of the courtroom. I've been in the system. I know how it works, and I know the needs of the attorneys and what they need for their judge. But really, more importantly, I know the needs of what the people of Rapides Parish need from a judiciary. When someone comes to court, they're often confused and a little scared, and it shouldn't be a scary process. You know, if they really believe that their judge is fair and impartial, and that their judge is going to work hard to listen to their case and to apply their facts and only their facts to make a decision that's well reasoned and that's within the law, then it shouldn't be scary to them. And so when someone comes to my court, I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to feel like they're being respected. And I really want them to feel that they are getting my full attention and that they're on the same equal playing field as everyone else in the courtroom. So, you know, I've had clients say, oh gosh, you know, who's the other attorney? Is that good or bad? And that shouldn't matter. You know, it shouldn't I mean, whether the attorney's more competent or not, obviously might matter. But as far as whether, you know, clients will ask me, does the other attorney know the judge? Well, that shouldn't matter. You know, that has nothing to do with your case. Has nothing to do with the law that applies to your case. And that's important that they understand that. And I want them to feel that from me as a judge, that they are on the level playing field and that their facts and their case are all that matter.
How many years have you been practicing law?
I've been practicing for 20 years.
Now, you do have a couple of people you're running against, Beard, Hislop, and Wilson. Give me some comments on that. I mean, I've already spoken with them, and I understand that you guys know each other on a personal level,
right? And
now you're running against each other.
Right.
So how does that feel?
Well, it is interesting, you know, and when we're campaigning, it's fun because we end up at the same functions and looking for the same votes, and we've come to where we're joking with each other. All three of them I have a lot of respect for all of them. I actually worked for Rocky Wilson for about a year or two early in the, I guess about in the mid-90s. I was pregnant with my third child. But they're all great guys, great attorneys. The only thing that differentiates me, or one thing, I mean, there's numerous things, but I am running for Judge Swint's seat. She's one of 2 female judges on the bench right now. And so when she retires, that's going to leave just one female judge, Patricia Cook, who's also doing a great job up there. So, you know, I'm looking at replacing a female with a female, obviously. It's not the only thing I'm running on. I do have a lot of litigation experience, and I think that sets me apart. I've worked on both sides in most cases. I represent employers, I represent employees, I represent plaintiffs and defendants, and really I do some domestic that I don't know if all the others do, and I've represented mothers and fathers and husbands and wives, so it does give me a more diversity than some of my opponents, but truly they're great guys, all 3 of them, and we're having fun on the road, really.
And what's your goal? I noticed, are you still picking her up? Because I don't see the mic anymore, so I was just, okay. Try not to move too much. Okay. We should be okay. If you're still getting her.
Yeah, I'm getting her.
Okay. What was I going to ask you? What's your campaign strategy? A lot of people have just said, you know, oh, I just want to get out in the community and just meet with people instead of, you know, just leaving it up to the signs.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, the saying is signs don't vote, and that couldn't be any more true. I want to meet as many people as possible, and I've put the word out. You know, I'm trying to meet people who know people who can help me meet more people. So anytime I meet someone, I say, if you have any group or any organization that I can come talk to and introduce myself, I would love to do that, because the only way someone can really make an informed decision is to meet the candidate and ask questions and understand what the candidate's about, and decide who they want to vote for. So it is important, and I'm obviously going to try to go door to door a lot because I love one-on-one. I love meeting new people, but I also would like to get to as many functions as possible, just because logistically having more people in one spot gives you an opportunity to use your time more wisely. But I am available. I welcome people to call me at my office at 442-9579. Any questions they have, I'll answer. I'll come meet with you. I'll bring you a sign. Whatever. You know, I'm open. I want to meet everybody. It would be great if I could meet every voter, you know, and personally ask for their support, because I'm going to be their judge, or whoever wins is going to be their judge, and they should know their judge, and the judge should be available to them and know them.
Now, if elected, what's the first thing that you would do? I know your opponents have a couple of ideas, and I've been hearing the same thing anytime I interview a candidate for a judge when it comes to, fair and equality across the board.
Right.
But other than that,
right,
what sets you apart other than being the only female running in this?
Right. Well, like you said, running for the judiciary is very different than running for another type of office. You know, if you're running for a representative, for example, well, then you can say, I'm going to lower taxes, or I'm going to bring roads to your area, or I'm going to work hard to get a community center built. You know, you're out there, you're making laws, you're setting policies, you're doing stuff like that. If you're running for school board, you're going to say, I want to work hard to make better schools, or teachers' salaries, or something. City council, mayor, I want to help your city. When you're running for judge, you're not making, you know, a judge doesn't make laws. They don't set policies. All a judge does is listen to a dispute, take the facts, and apply the law that's in existence. And so there's not a lot of promises there, other than I will be fair, I will be impartial, I will give you the time that you need on your case. You know, a judge is not even allowed to have communications with the attorneys or the parties during the process. So as a judge, I want to be available to people, definitely. I want people to feel like if they need something from me, they should be able to call me. And I am very, very big on returning phone calls as an attorney. I'll be the same as a judge. But understanding, of course, if your case is before me, I'm not going to return your phone call. I can't. And you can take comfort in that, because you know I'm not going to return your opponent's phone call either. You know, and that's where the impartiality comes in. And so, you know, people jokingly have said, oh, I don't care about fair, I want favorable. You know, and I say, well, be careful, because when you vote for favorable, you're going to get partial, and then you're never going to know who's on the other side. So you really want someone who is impartial, and that's why it is a theme of a judicial campaign, because it is the most important. It is paramount in a judicial race. You have to have it.
Anything else you want our viewers to know as far as why they should vote specifically for you?
Well,
I mean, what do you say to people that are kind of
on the fence?
Yeah, when it comes to having a woman in this position.
Well, that's a good question, because, you know, I am a mother, and I have 3 children who I have an 18-year-old son, a 16-year-old daughter, and a 12-year-old son. And I was born and raised in this community, and now I'm raising my children in this community. And it just really saddens me that our children cannot do the things that I did as a child. I grew up over near the park, riding my bike to the bayou, riding my bike to Bringhurst Golf Course, to Red Hall Field, riding my bike to the mall. I remember when the mall opened in 1973. We got on our bikes and spent the whole day there. And, you know, our kids can't do that. They cannot go to the city park. They certainly can't. I can't drop off my children at Bringhurst Golf Course right now. We've just had a big group doing the revitalization of that, which is wonderful. But I worry when my 16-year-old daughter goes to the mall in the middle of the afternoon, or the movie. I mean, I have a rule: no late features, because it's crazy. It's crazy over there. And so I feel very, very strongly that we have got to take our community back. And that is one thing that has pushed me along this step, because as an attorney, I don't really have a lot I can do about that. But as a judge, I will work hard to get rid of the crime in this town and to make it a community where you can ride your bike and you can let your kids go to the park. And I'm a very, very strong supporter of law enforcement. I know they're out there every day. They work hard, they put their lives at risk, and they get the criminals off the street. But it takes a combined effort between the law enforcement, the district attorney's office, and the judiciary to keep them off the street. So I'm committed to reinforcing the efforts of our law enforcement. When they bring it to me, and if the DA gives me a case where a conviction is in order, then I'm committed to making sure those people stay on the street.